So in this video I'm gonna explain what MHV is in my opinion and how to trade MHV, because MHV is one of the hardest concepts of BBMA. Now, what a lot of you guys probably have learned about MHV is we have extreme, TP cheap, or must take profit, and then MHV and then return up, right? So this is actually not how simple it is. There are a few types of MHV, of course, but what it really is the loss of momentum, right? There's no more momentum. And here on BTC USD, I have found the perfect example right here. Now, let's say you wanted to trade that MHV. Let's go to the 4 hour. You see here we have an extreme, and on the daily there is a CSM re-entry, right, in the zone here. So let's just say, okay, we see CSM, price pulls back to the MA low area here, and we want to trade it, so we take the re-entry with confirmation of the lower time frames. So second time frame we have the extreme here rejecting EMA, and on the third time frame we have MHV, right? But how to know where the MHV is? Because some people might say, okay, we have the extreme, TP chip, and at this point here, right, people might say, oh, I see the MHV, so I'm gonna enter there. And sometimes you might say, okay, stop loss below the lower band and take the trade upwards, right? And then you get hit by SL. Now, why is this? Because there was a sell setup. Still, CSA sell, re-entry sell here. So basically you wait till every sell setup in the MHV zone is over. So in this case, you have the re-entry goes down here to test MA low, breaks, makes a new CSA sell. So that means there's a new sell setup, right? CSA re-entry right here. Then it goes down again, testing the MA low area, and in this case here it doesn't break the MA low, so there's no more CSA sell. And after that it basically returns to MA high here, from MA low to MA high again. But since there is no CSA sell here, this here, when it's at MA high, it's not a re-entry. So that means when it's not a re-entry, it shouldn't really go down, right? So you could take the trade either from the touch of MA high here, stop loss below the MHV zone, below the lower band, and TP at whatever target you have, right? Maybe the daily MA high zone, whatever, right? But the point is, for this MHV, that you simply wait till there's no more CSA sell, and then, for example, you can enter on the break of MA high, then it's confirmed. Or you can also just go to a lower time frame again, time frame 4, which most BBMA traders don't teach. But if you want to get the most precise entries, you can go down to time frame 4, for example, and you say, okay, well, since it's testing MA low and there's no more CSA sell, we're gonna check out the lower time frame to check for a sell setup break. Okay, so when it's testing here MA low, right, you see, okay, well, it has here a CSM sell, and some might say, okay, this is an extreme buy. Yes, maybe it is, but you don't know yet if it's gonna continue down from this MA high here, right? Might go down here. So is that a risk you want to take? Have you tested if that works? Probably not, right? So we simply just wait till the sell setup here is over. When is it over? When MA high is broken. Where is it broken? Right here. So you can enter here, for example, at the break. Stop loss a little bit below MA low, because in theory it can come down to test the MA low area here. But you enter on the break because in many cases it goes up from there. And then basically entry on the break, and you have that same target of the daily MA high area, right? Somewhere over there. And you can see how big of a difference that makes in RR, right? This is 1 to 5, around that. And if you would have taken the trade on the 1 hour, let's say on the CSAK buy, right here, this is a 1.8, 1 to 1.8, right? So, big difference in RR. And it's the same move up. So the earlier you catch it, the better, right? So yeah, that's basically MHV. Simply wait for the CSA re-entry, retest here, but since it doesn't move up, you will just wait. New CSA, so you wait, re-entry, retest MA low here, no more CSA, break towards the upside, and that's basically how MHV works mostly. And let's say, okay, well, you want to take a different trade, right? How does it look? For example here, this is also MHV zone, of course, since price went up from there. Well, we simply test the same theory, right? So what do we have? We have a CSAK sell, right, starting here. Then we have the re-entry here, new CSM buy, re-entry, retest of MA low, and from there, again you can go down to a lower time frame, wait for the break of MA high, and in this case it went up to the middle Bollinger Band, but it rejected there, and that was maybe because of a higher time frame sell setup, but actually from there, since it rejected and it didn't go past the mid BB, it went down again. So then again here tested MA low, didn't yet go up to the MA high, so you can wait. Then made a CSA sell right here, and basically you wait for the re-entry of it at MA high here. Now you simply wait because it's at MA high, then it breaks here. So that's the confirmation that there is no more sell setup, at least only 1 hour or below. And yeah, you can basically enter from there or the re-entry. Let's just say you enter from here, SL below the MHV zone, because sometimes it goes consolidating before going up. And yeah, let's just see what this area was right here. I think on the daily we will see more clarity. So yeah, as you can see, it was going upwards. We had a CSM moment here, then also ZZL going in here, EMA below the mid BB, and it rejected the mid BB right here. So that means it's a possible mid BB re-entry. And after that you can basically go into the lower time frames, right? And you see that it made an MHV here. And from there it went up. So yeah, that's how to trade MHV. The most perfect example is this one. Simply wait for the CSA sell, re-entry, CSA sell, re-entry, retest. And basically this can go forever, right? It can make a CSA sell here, re-entry here, new CSA sell here, re-entry here. So that's why you have to wait, because you don't know how low it can go before going up. And that's why it's so important to wait for a confirmation, like a break of MA high. So yeah, that was it for today's video, and see you next time. Bye bye.